Alrighty, many people who have watched this show know that I am a Chicagoan. They know that the one thing I hold against Derrick Rose was that he did not complete his rehab. Many people have used that as a weapon against me and have said that I hate on Derrick Rose. I am now confirming on this very medium of the Young Turks' sports network.
Yeah.
Derrick Rose, come to my one, is back.
Wow.
I'm saying it. I can't believe what I saw against Dallas. I know that I'm feeling myself a little bit, but I am officially on the Derrick Rose. I am on the Rose Hive. All right?
Yeah?
Yes, I am in.
You're a bee going to the
I am a soldier of the Derrick Rose army. I can't believe that I'm actually saying it. He's back. I saw the same quickness that I wanted to see.
He's not on the rise. He is Rose. I know, it's risen. So this is the thing. I'd like to jump onto this as well.
Okay.
I was against all the people who were hating on Derrick Rose because he wanted to walk one day. I was against all the people who said he was faking injuries. The way that man jumped out the gym, these injuries were real. And yeah, it didn't feel right, but you know what? If it doesn't feel right, who am I to judge?
Yes.
And yes, he can still play basketball. I remember when we had that interview, I think we talked about it before the season started, how he had an interview and he was talking about, you know what? I know I can still ball.
Yes.
Y'all may not think so, but I do. When I heard that, I was like, I bet Derrick Rose can still ball.
We actually have it in video form. Here's Derrick Rose addressing the media before the season.
I think I can play with anybody, tell you the truth. I know the game. I'm not a selfish player, and I'm not here for stats or anything like that. I just want to win. I'm still here. You know what I mean? That shows everybody about my character and all that. I'm still here playing. I still love the game. And like I said, I can sit here and tell you that all this by expressing it with words, but I want to do it with action.
The other thing, he's not starting at this point. You know who's starting? Jeff Teague.
Oh.
Jeff Teague is the starting point guard, which I think is a perfect role for Derrick Rose to come off the bench and potentially win a Sixth Man of the Year award. He's also playing small ball when they decide to go small, of course, with Tyus Jones. Takes somewhat of the onus off of him as well. Tyus Jones, a really good role player. So let's skip ahead here. He is being used a lot off the bench. Among guards in the usage rate analytical statistical category, Kemba Walker is the highest used guard in usage rate this season. Devin Booker is also up there. Zach LaVine, former Minnesota Timber pup, now with the Chicago Bulls, also up there. And Derrick Rose is in the conversation. There are a few that I skipped to fit Derrick Rose on, but he's still in the conversation for being heavily relied upon. He also went on to say, I'm not here to challenge no one for their starting spot. All that talk is crazy. I'm not looking to start. That's not me. I'm just looking to do whatever the team needs me to do. Your reaction?
I believe him. He's not looking to start, but I would disagree if that's not me. In my opinion, Derrick Rose is a starting guard in
the league.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not saying he should start or someone's job should be gone. I'm just saying, I like the you know, the approach. It's not the same as, hey, you know, I should be starting. You see these numbers? That's fine, but I believe he should be.
Yeah. He also went on to say this, if certain games they need me to play more minutes than other nights, I'm fine with that. I'm cool with the times that Coach Tibbs does challenge me to play defense more instead of scoring. I'm just looking for the challenge and trying to push everyone on the team. Let me make this very clear. You talked about how I just want to be able to walk and see my son graduate. And then there was the thing of, I think I'm a max player. This is a completely different rhetoric from what we saw when he was with the New York Knicks and previously in his career, where it was like, no. It felt like in some ways that he was putting himself above the game. It did, because he said he was a max player. So did Isaiah Thomas at one point, who I also have a lot of love for. But now we're seeing a completely different, a 180 and completely different rhetoric from Derrick Rose.
He knows, I mean, he's seeing where his career is and he knows how to approach it in the best way possible for himself. And before, that's the way, I think that's the way he saw it then too. And if that worked out, there's guys who said stuff like that and they got the money and they continued on with their career. It didn't work out that way because of injuries with him, but he sees he's reading the way his career is.
Right.
And it's still great. He's still gonna do fine. I want him to have a chance on a
championship team?
I don't see the Timberwolves going that far.
No, they'll make the playoffs.
Yeah. But
At least we think, until they trade Jimmy Butler. So this is also very important. Via The Athletic, Derrick Rose may not be the MVP anymore, but he was able to spend an entire summer working on his game and spending time with friends and family. This is the important point. Without having to rehab an injury for the first time in years.
It's crazy.
That is nuts. Considering the injuries that he's had, I think we actually have this. If we could skip ahead here and then we'll go back. Derrick Rose's major career injuries. Here are the major ones. To not even go along with, oh, he pulled this, he did that. Like these are knee tendonitis. He had 4 ankle injuries when he was in high school, torn ACL, knee surgery, sprained meniscus, orbital fracture, sprained knee, sprained ankle, torn meniscus. Most guys would have retired at this point.
A long time ago.
They would have retired. I'm retired. Everyone knows about my injury.
Yeah, so
I'm
imagine
retired.
the level of injury you had, right? Like, I guess we can compare them because he never had like a disfiguring looking injury.
Right.
But and to play at the level of NBA greatness that you can play at, imagine every summer you deal with an injury similar to yours, maybe a little lesser.
Yeah.
But every year you have to come back and play. And
What-
there's people going, hey, Rick, what's the matter with you?
Totally. And think about the pressure that puts on him, of course, to go out there. Here's what he looked like in high school, by the way. The explosiveness is the same sort of explosiveness that we saw when he was in his rookie season
Rookie year.
and a few other years. Coming out of Simeon High School to Derrick Rose, winning a few state titles as well. If we could cue up the B-roll of him in high school. I mean, he not only played on nationally televised games, but I mean, this was an unstoppable force that we saw not only at Simeon, but then also at Memphis. Again, this is just in high school. And the dunks that he's putting on in high school
Why
are
did that
just,
guy jump?
these are extraordinary. Now, granted, the bounce may not be there. You know what still is? The footwork, the crossover. He's still unafraid to go to the rack, even though he's still severely undersized. He put on, obviously, a lot of muscle. But I saw that same sort of explosiveness. What I saw was the hunger that I saw right here when Derrick Rose was still in a Bulls uniform when he proclaimed this.
What kind of expectations do you set for yourself individually going into year 3?
It's high. The way I look at it within myself, why not? Why can't I be the MVP of the league? Why can't I be the best player in the league?
I see that same sort of fire. I do. I see the same sort of fire. I see the same sort of hunger. And for me as a Chicagoan watching this, it just feels good to finally see him not only back to 100%, not rehabbing, but also just making an impact in the NBA.
I don't know. Maybe Minnesota was a good place. Maybe like it flew under the radar enough. He can fly under the radar enough there, rather than he went to Cleveland for a minute, and there's all kinds of attention there all the time. At the time, not anymore.
Just a bad stitch.
Not anymore. Yeah. But I mean, in Chicago, a franchise like Chicago, and the expectations. This is a major city. People forget. It's like top 3, right? Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the Midwest, but it's a major city and major attention. People say, oh, if you go to play in New York, go play in LA, there's that pressure. There is pressure to play in Chicago on the NBA level because there's this team called the Bulls that won 2 stretches of multiple championships with this one guy that everyone remembers.
Right. That's the most important point, is that he played high school ball in Chicago, represented Chicago, not only when he was at Simeon winning 2 state titles, Mr. Basketball, but also then going to Memphis. Everyone viewed him as the Chicago kid. The Bulls then get the #1 pick overall. It's like, oh, well, who do they take? Michael Beasley or the hometown kid? Obviously, they're going to pick Derrick Rose. So there's a lot of pressure. It seems like the pressure is now fully off, and the weight has been lifted from Derrick Rose. So once again, I'm back on. I have arrived.
There's too many good storylines this NBA season already. There's just too many.
Way too many.
There's no bad game to watch.
Yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, yet. Until you got to watch, like, I don't know.
You can't think of it right now, right?
Until you got to watch the Clippers, like, get mauled on primetime.
That's the thing. The Clippers were exciting yesterday.
They were.
I was like,
they were. It's also game number 3.
Yeah. Right now, everything is great.
We are done here. We appreciate everybody tuning in. To support independent and free-thinking media, tyt.com/join, and also check out our clips at youtube.com/tytsports. You know what's my favorite song? You could ring my bell. So do it, why don't you? Ring the damn bell and download the TYT app, available on Android and iOS.